Doughboys, what's up?
Hey, Artie. How you doing?
What's up, man?
How you
Good to be
doing?
here. We love you, Artie.
Hey, thanks for doing this, man. You guys kick some ass. That is fun to listen to.
Oh, good.
You got a
Got the
great.
oxygen?
Yeah, we need a puff.
How long you guys been doing this for?
Oh, it
lot
goes way
older than
back.
you.
These two guys started the band in 1964.
Get out of
Can you
here.
imagine?
But we only played till 68. And
Right.
then when we were the house band at the Cafe Wa. And then we broke up right after that and got back together in 2000 to celebrate Richie's birthday.
Wow, said you got together to celebrate Richie's birthday, and that's 2000. And you've been together ever since.
Yeah.
The longer.
Okay, so now describe. You just said something so cool. Obviously, I don't want to let go by here. You're the house band at Cafe Wa in 1968.
Right.
Now, the Cafe Wa, I play the Comedy Cellar all the time by the Olive Tree. It's right next to Cafe Wa. Cafe Wa is on McDougal Street in Greenwich Village, for you people who don't know. It's a legendary place. It's the first place Bob Dylan played when he got to Greenwich Village.
Right.
And I think Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Lenny Bruce used to do stand-up there. They went into Cafe Wa. And in the 60s, it's about as happening as a place can be. So how do you guys get the gig to be the house band at Cafe Wa at that time?
You know, I think my father did. We were, yeah, it was crazy. We got a recording contract after we won Battle of the Bands. Remember John Zackerley? He had the Zackerley Show.
Yeah.
Disco
Chiller
team.
Theater. So we won, like, we played with the Beach Boys, Buckinghams, and then we got a record contract. And from that, we picked up that WMCA Good Guy shows.
Yeah.
You guys aren't that old. Come on.
How long were you the house band there for?
Just
the whole summer.
The summer, yeah.
68.
Summer '68. Now, who'd you hang with? Anybody? Any people that stand out? Celebrities that any nights that stand out that were particularly fun?
The Who.
Yeah, the Who and the Who.
We were staying at the Albert Hotel in the Blues Magoos. Remember the Blues Magoos? They were a village band. They
Right.
hit at the time, or a few years earlier. Ain't seen nothing yet.
Right.
And they would have. Pete Townsend would hang out with them, so we'd.
You hung with the. You
We
hang.
stayed a few floors.
We
above
tried
them.
to get in with them, right? So they say, hey, get us some food. So we went to get takeout food. We bring it back. Hey, can we talk to Pete now? No, get out of here. They took our food. They didn't give us money or anything.
Now,
We
did you
used to
hang
sit
with?
out in the hallway.
Did you hang with Keith Moon? Any that
No,
crazy?
it was just Pete that was there that
It was
night.
Pete
Pete Townsend.
Townsend. Yeah.
But Mike Caruso actually jammed with Jimi Hendrix over at Electric Ladyland.
Wow.
Oh, no, it was Mercury Studios.
Okay,
Yeah, with
Mercury.
Buddy Mile.
Now, when you say jammed with him, you mean just
Yeah,
like
I just happened to be in the studio that day. Noel Redding walked in the afternoon.
Right.
And I was jamming with him. And then the McCoys were in the studio at the time, and Hendrix came into the studio, and I was just like hanging out, like what Al Cooper did when he played like a Rolling Stone. I was just like in the background. Jimmy came in. I'm just like messing
Unbelievable.
around on the bass with him.
Now, was
you
he?
to get lunch? Yeah, maybe to get lunch, and he locked me out after that.
What was he? Was he messed up, or was he sober? Was he? What was it
He
like?
was like the nicest guy in the world. He was
Yeah.
the most incredible, soft-spoken. And then
At the time we went to Manny's Music before one of our shows.
Manny, legendary guy who owned Cafe Wa,
And they were
right?
just about to close up. I went in to get some drumsticks, and I hear some guitar playing in the back of the store, and it's Jimi Hendrix
With Zappa.
and Frank Zappa.
Oh, my
And nobody
God.
else is in the store, and they're
yeah,
about
we're
to
like
close
the
up.
nicest guys in the
So
world.
we got all free concert, got their autograph. They were as nice as could be.
What a great time, man.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
Jimi
Yeah, it
Hendrix
was,
said on his
Groovy on the
he
napkin.
said, "Be groovy."
Yeah.
That is how he signed his
Wish we could
autograph.
find the napkin or had photos.
You're
but-
kidding me? So he signed the napkin for
Yeah.
you? You had-
Yeah, both of them. Be groovy, Jimi Hendrix, and thanks,
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
nice.
Frankie.
Frank Zappa.
Be nice to have that. Now Zappa, what kind of a cat,
Yeah,
if I may say, was he?
We really didn't, talk too much because they were,
They were
just
just-
playing guitars at Manny's.
Yeah.
I
Now
remember-
Pete Townsend, as a musician, hanging out with that guy. I mean, he's one of my. To me, I love the Who. Just a genius on a bunch of levels, as a writer and a player. I mean, did you spend a lot of time with
Oh,
him?
no,
Yeah,
no.
it was just
That was one night
just
we
one
heard
night
him
where
play.
he was just there. He was doing songs from
It was a quite
the Who Sell Out
Oh, yeah, right.
album. He was
Yeah.
playing acoustic guitar, and he was right on the other side of the door, but they wouldn't let us in.
we
So
couldn't
we
break
sat in the floor
Like
on
goofballs.
with these giant cockroaches climbing all over us.
We got more
Yeah,
attention
but-
from the cockroaches than him.
Yeah, we got to see him a little bit when they opened the door to take their food that we bought for them.
I tried to stick my foot in the door. I couldn't. They would.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
But we got to hear him play those songs before,
It was great.
just when that album.
On acoustic.
Yeah.
Now, so you guys start playing as a band, and then how long did you play before you broke up? like that first time?
3 years.
well,
It was about a 3 year period when we got together. As
Did you do the road like around the whole country or just?
No, we were
Yeah,
just pretty
tri-state.
tri-state. A lot of times we do the good guys or we
did
did tri-state.
There was a lot of those. I don't know if you remember the Hullabaloo clubs that
Yeah,
were out there.
I
We
know-
played all of those.
I know
all
of
over the
them,
place.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Remember the Action House? You're probably too young for that. We played.
I've heard of it.
We played with the Vagrants with Leslie West and
Leslie West, great man. Yeah,
Opened
we-
up for like Grand Funk, Billy
We
Joel.
opened for
all
the
these-
Beach Boys one day,
And Neil
and I
Young-
got in a
Neil-
fist fight with
Neil
Dennis
Young.
Wilson.
Who did?
I did.
You got into a fist fight
Oh,
with
yeah.
Dennis Wilson. Okay.
On stage.
What happened
On
there?
stage while we were still playing.
Why? What happened?
Because we do this song called Bo Diddley. You know
Yeah.
who Bo Diddley is. Well,
Yeah,
we
sure.
do it where Richie comes out front, and I'm a drummer as well, but we both play floor toms with maracas. And I left the extra floor tom at home that day, and I totally forgot to bring it to the gig. So we asked the Buckinghams, who also was in the show, if we could use their floor tom, and they said no. So then we asked I guess Mike must have asked the road
the
guy.
manager. He said, "Yeah, go ahead, use Dennis's drum, no
Yeah, so
problem."
he said, yeah, use Dennis's drum, no problem. So we're out there. It's our closing song, and we had planned for them to slowly close the curtain as we were playing. And we're pounding away on this thing.
Right.
And that's just beating us up. And my maraca hits the rim of his drum and splatters all over the place.
like an explosion.
So I turn it around, and I'm just playing with the handle of it. And the next thing I know, somebody jumps on me from behind and just starts railing at me. And
He
the
jumped
curtain's
on you from
still
behind.
open. Huh?
Yeah.
Dennis Wilson
Oh,
jumped
yeah.
on you from
He
behind.
jumped on
He was
me
that
from
mad.
behind.
'cause
Well,
you
he
were-
was already a little bit drunk at 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it was.
We were 16, 17 years old, and
Wow.
he came up and says, "Who do you guys think you are? To who? They're going nowhere. The Beach Boys are going to be around forever."
Is that what he said?
Oh yeah. He said, "You guys
Listen,
suck." It is. I said, "What?" You
he
know,
was half right. They were both around
yeah.
forever.
And I said, "I love Surfer Girl." You know, it didn't matter.
Well, Dennis Wilson had to be some kind of a nut because he's the Beach Boy who actually hung with Charles Manson.
Well, you want to hear
Right.
a funny story?
Yeah.
We were working with Mark Lindsay, and he told the story when he walked into his house. He was living with Terry Melcher, Candace Bergen. He walks in, he wants a cold drink, and this guy's sitting there, long hair. He says, "Excuse me," and he wouldn't open it, just looked at him. And next thing you know, it was Charles Manson. Dennis brought him over
Oh,
to this
wow.
house. So Candace Bergen, they broke up. Next thing you know, he was going to get back at Terry Melcher because they wouldn't accept his song, and that's what happened. They rented
The house
Sharon.
is where he killed Tate.
Yep.
It was at that house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard. Yeah, people don't realize that it was just like people thought it was a satanic ritual, a random thing. But Manson had a real revenge thing. It was
Oh, yeah.
against a particular guy.
Yeah,
Terry Melcher used to live at that house,
Right.
but since sold it to Roman Polanski, which. Manson had no way of knowing, and he just sent them there hoping they'd kill him probably,
Yeah,
and
he
they
didn't
killed
care.
who was ever in the house.
You want to make a statement?
This conversation is taking a morbid turn.
Yeah, sorry.
But see,
Well,
this
you asked
stuff,
me
it's
about that.
fascinating, though. It's fascinating because people think Manson's
Sharing our
a
stories.
satanic guy. Well, just go kill a random Hollywood person.
Right.
He was mad they didn't take his song, like a typical jerk off, and a bitter guy, and go kill the people in this house. They killed the wrong people. And in a terrible way. But see, that whole period of time fascinates me. I love hearing
Doughboys
great.
were peeping in the window there, weren't we? Just to keep us in the
We were just
story.
trying to show you the connection between Dennis
Wilson, but being a nut, you got into a fist fight with him, but no longer with us. And then you guys break up, you get back together in 2000, you've been going at it.
Right.
13 years.
13, it was much longer this time than the first time.
Well, you
Having a lot
guys,
more fun, too.
you guys sound great. I appreciate you coming here. Again, the Doughboys. There's an album called The Doughboys Live, Rock and Raw, right?
That's a DVD. It's a
Okay.
documentary. It's got old footage of us from the 60s.
Oh, I'm going to check
Yeah.
this out. That's fantastic.
There's a lot of cool stuff on there.
Okay, it's a DVD. It's a documentary. The Doughboys Rock and Raw, Doughboys Live, and the album that we just heard some songs off is called "Shakin' Our Souls." And hey, come back, guys, and hang.
Anytime.
Love to.
Yeah, we'll do a longer.
Next time
interview.
you're going to bring your guitar, we'll jam.
Believe me, you want to get frustrated. Try teaching me how to play an instrument. You want to punch me in the face. You'll be liking Dennis Wilson way more than me.